Welcome to our channel, where today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of numismatics, specifically focusing on the remarkable story of the 1997 quarter dollar coin that has captivated collectors and enthusiasts alike, not just for its face value but for a bizarre series of errors and mistakes that have skyrocketed its worth to an astonishing $128 million. This story begins with the humble Philadelphia Mint, where this particular coin was struck, a facility rich in history and tradition, producing coins that circulate across the United States. However, in 1997, amidst the routine minting process, an unusual series of events unfolded that would lead to the creation of a coin so unique it defied expectations of what a quarter could represent. At first glance, this coin appears to be just another example of the standard Washington quarter, carrying all the hallmarks of its intended design. However, it quickly becomes evident that this coin has something extraordinarily different about it. It all begins with a simple error in the production line that went unnoticed during quality checks, an oversight that would later become a focal point of this coin's immense value. The quarter was intended to feature the familiar obverse of President George Washington and a reverse design depicting the eagle, a standard design that Americans had come to trust and expect. But what makes this quarter particularly special is not just its design but the significant minting errors that occurred. The error that stands out the most, leading to its value, is the crucial misalignment of the dies used to strike the coins. Instead of aligning perfectly as they were designed to do, the dies were misaligned such that the strike resulted in Washington appearing off-center, creating an unusual aesthetic that many collectors desired. This misalignment is often referred to as a off-center strike. And it's not merely a visual quirk. Instead, it represents a significant rarity that drives up the demand among collectors who understand the rarity of such a mishap. Remember, in the world of coin collecting, error coins are highly sought after because they tell a unique story and represent a time in history when something unexpected occurred during minting. The 1997 quarter dollar goes further than simple alignment, as there are reports of other coins from the same mint run displaying not just off-center strikes but also an anomaly of double strikes, where the coin has been stamped more than once, resulting in the imagery of Washington being overlapped in a way that defies the typical striking process of coins. The double strike can create a layered appearance that is not only visually compelling but also historically significant. Each of these anomalies adds to the mystique and allure surrounding this specific coin. For many collectors, finding one of these errors can be like discovering a hidden treasure, and when news of the 1997 quarter's misprints and mistakes began spreading throughout the numismatic community, an intense hunt for these quarters ensued. As more collectors searched for these anomalies, the demand escalated, leading to a dramatic increase in value. In addition to the striking errors, collectors began noting the unique characteristics of the coin's metal composition and finish, which, though subtle in nature, can radically impact the way a coin is perceived. Coins that deviate from their expected composition due to errors in the minting process can also attain heightened value as collectors assess their rarity and uniqueness, further contributing to the allure of this particular quarter. But let's address what makes this story even more compelling. The sheer magnitude of $128 million feels astronomical when referring to a quarter. However, it's essential to understand the dynamics of the market and what collectors are willing to pay for something that not only represents a great investment but also a piece of history. With the rise of online auction markets, collectors have more access than ever to rare coins, and this eased accessibility has led to competitive bidding for rare finds. Online platforms have made it possible for individuals, no matter where they are located, to bid on and acquire coins that they might not have had access to through traditional means. This accessibility has corresponded with a growing interest in coin collecting as both a hobby and an investment opportunity, with the 1997 quarter at the forefront of those discussions. Potential buyers and collectors who had previously underappreciated the worth of error coins now find themselves reevaluating their collections, leading to an increased focus on coins like the 1997 quarter. Moreover, the stories surrounding such coins can be a compelling narrative for audiences, generating interest both online and in the numismatic community at large. It's not just the coin, it's the tales of individuals who discovered them among change, the stories of families who held onto them for years without knowing their rarity, and the images of excited collectors trading them like valuable commodities. The quantifiable aspects of rarity, collector demand, and public awareness converge seamlessly in the case of the 1997 quarter dollar, creating a perfect storm of interest and valuation. Each quarter with minting errors became a sought-after relic that strays from the norm, making this quarter a prime example of how even the simplest of mistakes within a production line can lead to monumental shifts in perceived value and collector interest. As the years go by, it's essential to recognize the significance of not just the monetary value behind such a coin, but also the historical narratives they embody, reflecting a moment in time where a small error created massive excitement and change within the world of coin collecting. Investors curious about numismatic assets are increasingly turning their attention to coins that were once viewed merely as novelty errors, showcasing the evolution of the market from traditional coins to the appreciation of the unintended creativity found in minting mistakes. Additionally, potential investors looking towards coins like the 1997 quarter should approach the market with a knowledgeable and discerning eye, considering factors such as grading, condition, and provenance, all of which play crucial roles in determining the worth and desirability of this coin. If you ever come across a 1997 quarter dollar or any potential error coins, don't underestimate their significance. Their stories may not just be tales of monetary worth but chapters in the broader narrative of American history, entertaining anecdotes of hope, excitement, and the thrill of the hunt that remain ever present within the world of collecting. In a world where the value of currency can fluctuate dramatically, coins filled with stories and errors serve as powerful reminders of how such missteps can transform everyday items into extraordinary treasures capable of holding immense worth beyond their nominal values. So, as we reflect on the whimsical yet intricate relationship between collectors and the coins they cherish, the curious case of the 1997 quarter dollar stands out as a beacon showcasing not only the potential behind minting mistakes but the value of storytelling intertwined with each minted piece, creating a vibrant tapestry of history waiting to be explored further. As the landscape of currency evolves, may we always remain vigilant for the potential gems lying in wait for discovery, each bearing a tale of its journey from overlooked coinage to fabled icons, with the 1997 quarter dollar leading the charge, proving that sometimes, from errors comes opportunity, and from opportunity blooms the exquisite value of the unknown, propelling the world of numismatics into realms of unimaginable worth and excitement the likes of which we may only just begin to scratch the surface of as we embark on this journey toward uncovering unusual finds and appreciating the hidden treasures existing all around us in our daily lives. Next, today we're diving deep into a truly fascinating topic that has captivated coin collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, a story of a simple quarter that has taken on an extraordinary value in the numismatic world. In 1989, a seemingly ordinary production of the U.S. quarter dollar coin became an astounding financial gem due to a series of remarkable errors and mistakes during its minting process. Collectors and investors often seek coins with unique characteristics, and in this case, we're discussing a quarter dollar that has achieved a staggering valuation of $92 million, a figure that is not only eye-watering but also illustrates just how much the market can fluctuate based on rarity, demand, and historical significance. The 1989 quarter dollar coin stands out due to various significant errors that occurred during its production at the Philadelphia Mint, making it a prime example of what can happen when things go awry in the minting process. One of the most notable errors was the infamous wide M variety, which refers to an error where the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse side of the coin are spaced unusually far apart. This specific error, alongside a few others, has made coins like this incredibly sought after by collectors. Rarity plays a key role in the value of any coin, and this 1989 quarter is no exception. To put things into perspective, it is estimated that only a handful of these coins with the wide AM error exist, which automatically elevates their desirability among serious coin enthusiasts and collectors. Thus, a combination of scarcity and distinctive mistakes fuels the frantic fervor for this coin in auctions and private sales, driving its market value to levels that one wouldn't typically associate with coins that are otherwise considered commonplace. Besides the wide AM error, Other mistakes were recognized during the minting process in '89, including off-center strikes and incorrect ally mixtures. These errors further compound the coin's rarity and authenticity challenges, factors that collectors consider angrily when determining how much they are willing to shell out for a piece of numismatic history. There are also intriguing stories surrounding the discovery of these coins. Some collectors may have stumbled upon them in their pocket change, while others have actively sought them out, leading to tales of curiosity and chance that enhance the allure of this unique quarter dollar. The stories don't stop there, as coins that may seem dull at first glance can sometimes hold hidden treasures for those whose eagle-eyed scrutiny catches the subtleties that separate a common coin from one worth millions. It's fascinating to think about coins like these, which might have once been overlooked or forgotten, only to be revived in popularity through dedicated collectors and savvy investors. As we dig further into the details of the 1989 quarter dollar, it's important to acknowledge the broader context of coin collecting as a hobby. While generally considered an enjoyable pastime, this world can also lead to fierce competition among participants. The 1989 quarter dollar serves as a pivotal example of how dramatically market trends can shift when unique pieces enter the fray. When you consider the historical and financial ecosystems in which these coins exist, the incredible valuation of the 1989 quarter arises from unforeseen errors that coincided with a specific moment in economic history, making it not just a piece of metal, but a fascinating artifact that encapsulates a chapter of American monetary history. Additionally, the surge in interest regarding this quarter can be attributed to media coverage and online forums where collectors openly share tips and findings. It represents not just a monetary investment but also a sense of connection among those who seek out the unique and the unusual in what is often a very meticulous and careful hobby. The rise of platforms like eBay and various specialized auction sites has only fueled this culture further, as it becomes ever easier to exchange and disclose such rare coins, dynamically raising market awareness and interest. This gives rise to pricing that can reflect not only the cool factors, but also a frenzy often seen in speculative investment markets. The realm of grading coins cannot be overlooked as well. These coins are assessed based on their physical condition, which significantly affects their value. A quarter that carries an identifiable error and is graded at the highest level can easily command far more on the market than others in lesser condition. Various third-party grading services assess coins and provide certifications that can either enhance or diminish their desirability. For the 1989 quarter, even the slightest blemish can ripple through the realm of coin collection, affecting everything from asking prices to the overall collection value of a person's holdings. This all goes to illustrate how interconnected the different aspects of coin collecting can be. One rare error can spark an entire community to action and serve as a catalyst for broader trends. The more enthusiasts engage with these types of topics, the more they contribute to the evolving discourse around coin collecting as a whole. Looking beyond individual era coins, we can see broader patterns emerge throughout time that highlight the shifting characteristics of currency and how they reflect real-time sentiments within the economy. The 1989 quarter dollar isn't merely an isolated incident. It fits within a larger narrative about our relationship with money, collectibles, and what we consider valuable in society. Coins, by their very nature, are pieces of art, history, and economics combined. They can tell us as much about the time they were produced, such as the political climate or economic events of that era, as they do about the sheer physical condition of the metal they are made from. As the world changes, so too does the story attached to these coins, where something as mundane as a quarter can take on layers of meaning that reflect not only its monetary worth but also its story and the countless hands it may have passed through. The possibilities surrounding coins like the 1989 quarter dollar are limitless. A collector's touch, for instance, is sometimes all it takes to transform a piece of currency from pocket change into a revered item that sparks discussion at conventions and online forums. Each find contributes to a mosaic of numismatic history, where collectors are constantly engaged in the thrill of the hunt, forging connections with others who share similar passions or knowledge. In many ways, every rare coin tells a story, the 1989 quarter dollar being just one intriguing chapter in countless possibilities within the realm of coin collecting. It's quite clear, from examination of the market and the vivid stories of collectors, that the value placed on coins is not only numerical but laden with emotion, memory, and the thrill of discovery. In conclusion, the 1989 quarter dollar coin stands as a monumental example of the intersection between error, rarity, and value that continues to fascinate people far and wide. While its staggering price tag painted the coin as simply an exorbitant commodity to those who may only glance and inquire about it, there lies a depth of history, community, and interest that makes it so revered within the spheres where collectors frequent. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or merely curious about a coin that attained iconic status through serendipitous flaws, understanding the 1989 quarter is essential in grasping the dynamic world of coin collecting, a world full of unexpected turns where the ordinary may become extraordinary with just a little luck, knowledge, and a keen eye for detail. So, as we wrap up today's exploration, I invite you to keep looking at that pocket change with a renewed sense of wonder, because you never know what might be hidden in plain sight, waiting for its moment to shine, just like the remarkable 1989 quarter dollar coin that has captured the imagination of collectors and enthusiasts alike, embodying the breathtaking potential of something so small to hold immense value and significance beyond what meets the eye. Last, today we are diving into a fascinating topic that's sure to intrigue coin enthusiasts and collectors alike: the mysterious case of the 1995 quarter dollar coin, an extraordinary piece of currency that has captivated the attention of numismatists due to its rare errors and mistakes that have caused it to skyrocket in value. Imagine finding a coin worth not just a few dollars but a staggering $107 million. It sounds unbelievable, yet for this specific quarter, that's the current estimated value, making it one of the most sought-after coins in modern times. So, what makes this coin so incredibly valuable, and why does it hold such a high price tag? The journey begins with its origin. The 1995 quarter dollar was minted in Philadelphia as part of the Washington Quarter Series, which has been a staple of American currency since its debut in 1932. However, while most coins churned out in the minting process are typical and hold little value beyond face value unless they are certain rare types or in perfect condition, the 1995 quarter is anything but ordinary. This coin was struck during a period when the Philadelphia Mint mistakenly produced a small number of these quarters with notable flaws in their design and production process. Initially, when talking about the errors, it's important to highlight that one of the main mistakes occurred due to a die error, which involved a misalignment during the coin's striking process. This can result in what is known as a double die, where the image on the coin appears to be imprinted not once but in a superimposed fashion, creating a ghosting effect, which many collectors find desirable as it adds a layer of uniqueness to the piece. Several variations of misaligned strikes can occur, leading to significant variances in the design's appearance and, thus, the coin's potential value. Furthermore, the specific double die error associated with the 1995 quarter dollar has garnered considerable attention, leading to a surge in interest and investment among collectors. This particular quarter has shown a remarkable degree of interest due to the specifics of what went wrong during its production. Beyond just the double die error, there are also instances of partial or incomplete strikes that lead to coins missing certain details, which could make them even more rare. Coins that present such discrepancies not only carry a story behind their creation but also a certain level of mystique that intrigues collectors. Mistakes in the coin production process can stem from various sources: human error, machinery malfunctions, or incorrect settings at the mint. However, when the errors are rare, and few are in circulation, they can lead to dramatic increases in value, as has been the case with the 1995 quarter. As news began to spread about the potential worth of this coin, collectors and investors began scouring through their pocket change and coin collections hoping to discover a hidden gem among the more mundane everyday coins, looking meticulously for the telltale signs of errors. This has created a gold rush-like phenomenon around this quarter, where people are obsessively searching for it, pushing up demand and thus value even further. The community around coin collecting can also play a significant role in the valuation of particular pieces. Collectors share their finds online and in forums, trading tips about rarity, condition, and errors, which compounds the value even further. When a quarter, like the 1995 P, with notable attributes makes headlines through auction houses or specialized numismatic sales, the excitement can lead to a frenzied bidding atmosphere where collectors are willing to break the bank to acquire these pieces for their collections. The 1995 P quarter has been seen at auctions fetching prices in the hundreds of thousands to millions, depending on the condition of the coin and the severity of the error, making it an ultimate prize in the world of coin collecting. As more people become aware of its existence and potential worth, the number of people looking to acquire one intensifies, further propelling the buzz. This frenzy has also led to a market for counterfeit versions that aim to deceive collectors who might be unaware of what to look for when distinguishing between a real error coin and a replica. This adds another dimension of risk but also excitement to the pursuit, as discerning the true nature of a coin and proving its authenticity can enhance its value even more. Another compelling factor that contributes to the rising value of the 1995 P quarter is the concept of scarcity. The fewer of these coins that exist in circulation, and the fewer that display the unique errors, the more sought after they become. With only a handful believed to have been minted with the errors in question, each discovery can send shockwaves through the collecting community when a newly found piece surfaces, often leading to dramatic fluctuations in market value as it alters perceptions and demand. Investors in this niche market often communicate their findings and sales through social media, coin collecting websites, and online marketplaces, which has only amplified the value and visibility of these specific quarters. Collecting plays on the psychology of value, where the rarity and perceived worth elevate an ordinary coin to an extraordinary status, emphasizing not only monetary worth but the excitement and historical significance tied to specific pieces. As we look to the future and consider how the value of the 1995 P quarter dollar coin might continue to evolve, several possibilities emerge. For collectors and investors, the allure of such extraordinarily rare errors will likely remain a significant driving force in the market. If more of these coins continue to be discovered or if they enter public auction, the value could either increase significantly if they are in pristine condition or decrease if many are found. But given the historical context and scarcity, they will likely maintain a high value over time. There's also the potential for the market to become even more dynamic, as interest in collecting coins grows among a new generation of enthusiasts eager to participate in the excitement of discovering hidden treasures. As people explore new avenues for investment, rare coins can become an attractive alternative to more traditional assets, appealing to those drawn to the allure of owning something both valuable and significant from a historical perspective. The fact that the 1995 P quarter dollar coin has such a rich backstory and tangible errors adds to its allure, making it an exceptional piece to include in any serious collector's portfolio. As we conclude our discussion today, it's clear that the 1995 P quarter dollar coin represents more than just a piece of currency. It encapsulates tales of human error, the thrill of the hunt in the world of collecting, and the ever-fluctuating value of perceived rarity in our economy. The universe of coin collecting teaches us that while something may seem ordinary at first glance, there may lie beneath the surface an extraordinary opportunity waiting to be discovered, a reminder of the stories that every coin carries in its metal, one that can transform a simple quarter into a $1,000,000 piece of history. Thank you for joining us in exploring the dazzling world of the 1995 P quarter dollar coin, its errors, and its astonishing value. We hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most remarkable tales within numismatics. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest explorations of extraordinary pieces and stories from the world of coins.